In this video, I'm going to tell you the top 3 biggest and most common mistakes that I see people making in their Google Shopping campaigns. And these mistakes do affect the results that you get. So if you stay to the end and implement these results, I'll guarantee that you will start seeing better results in your Google ads. So if you're an e-commerce business, you're using Google Shopping, tell me what you sell. Answer in the comments. Let me know what you're selling through Google Shopping. Also, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and then you'll get notified when I publish new videos. So without further ado, into the video. Most common mistakes. Okay, the number one mistake I see is that somebody builds a campaign, they create one ad group, or it automatically creates one ad group which says ad group number 1, and then all the products are in one ad group with one bid. And I'm sure I don't need to say that that's, if you've got half a dozen products and they're all the same price, maybe you can get away with it. But if you've got a lot of products, vastly different prices, you'll have some bestsellers and you'll have some ones that don't do very well. And you need to be able to bid according to how products perform, which actually takes me to the next biggest mistake, which is not, they're kind of linked, because if everything's in one ad group and one product group, you can only pay the same amount for every product when you per click. So by splitting them out, like I've discussed here, I can then be paying, this might be Nike running shoes, okay, and this might be, I don't know, Adidas sweatbands. These are 80, 90, 100, 150 quid. These might be 199. I don't want to pay the same bid for both of these. And by doing it this way, by breaking things out, you can bid differently, which is what mistake number 2 is. Even if people do like have a nice structure and separate nicely, they just leave it. They don't go back on a regular basis and say, okay, which products are spending money, getting conversions, getting a really good ROI, let's increase the bids on those, and let's look for all the products that are not getting conversions but aren't profitable. Let's knock the bids down on those. And also, where are the products that are getting loads of clicks and not converting and not getting any orders? You need to adjust your bids. This makes a massive difference. This is where the real kind of you get the real results with Google Shopping. Setting it up right in the first place, yes, that makes a big difference. But it's this consistently going through, looking at your performance every week, every month, as often as you can, depending on how much you're spending, and constantly making adjustments. That is what will give you the really good results. We've got consistently get 700, 800% ROI, but that's only because we're constantly doing this. And even, some products will just get excluded because they just, for some reason, never work. They get loads of clicks and nobody ever buys. Sometimes you just have to say, get rid of it. Let's not have it in the feed. Let's not have it in the campaign, because we focus on the stuff that's working. Okay. So I can't stress that one enough, that you need to, again, I've got another optimization video on YouTube which talks all about how to do this. It takes about 5 minutes. You can do it in 5 minutes a week, at the very basic level. And even if you do that, it will make a difference. You'll see it making a difference. Third mistake, not using negative keywords. Again, I think because you don't use keywords, you don't choose your keywords for Google Shopping, I think a lot of people forget that you can still use negative keywords. Because you will find, again, because Google just looks at your product page and says, oh, that's relevant. You will find that you'll show up for stuff that is not relevant, or more importantly, is relevant but is just too general. Okay, so let's think of an example. Let's talk about running shoes. Okay, so I'm a sports shop and I sell running shoes. Now you'd think I would want to show up for the term running shoes, but that is such a broad term that you could potentially get a lot of traffic for people at a very low level of intent, if you like. You know, I'm just kind of, well, I want to start running and I really don't know. So I'm just going to search for running shoes and see what's there. I'm not ready to buy. And if you don't keep an eye on these queries that you're showing up for, and how you could be spending a lot of money on that term, running shoes, because it's too broad, too general, and people don't buy when they come, they're just browsing. So if you add running shoes as a negative keyword, you then stop wasting all that money on the general terms, and you can focus on somebody who's searching for a Nike, I don't know what style, Nike Asics Gel Nimbus running shoes. Because if I'm looking for Asics Gel Nimbus running shoes, I kind of sound as if I'm pretty ready to buy. All right. So you have to kind of get your head around, it's not just, I've put just irrelevant searches here because those will come up as well. You know, for example, you don't want to show up for Nike if you don't sell Nike, or vice versa. You know, you don't show up for Adidas if you don't sell Adidas shoes. You need to add Adidas as a negative keyword if you don't sell Adidas shoes. But it is also adding negative keywords to block you from those really broad, general, like shoes. They'll probably show you for just somebody searching for shoes. Well, you don't want to show up just for shoes because it's way too general. I love how I get I get on my high horse about this, but it's just like, oh, it makes such a difference if you look at this. So it's not just irrelevant searches, it's the very general, broad kind of searches that are just they're too wishy-washy. So that's another massive mistake. Is not, and you can see your search queries inside a Google shopping campaign. Have I got a shopping campaign? This is a test one, but I mean, this is just, I haven't got any active ones here. But inside a shopping campaign, you can still, if you go to keywords, obviously there won't be any keywords here, but you can still go to search terms underneath and it will show you all the search terms that you're showing up for. And then you can add them as negative keywords. You know, as you go down the list, you can see then. Okay, just check the Q&A. There we go, nothing there. Okay, so these three, if you just do these three, you'll be well on your way to getting much better results with your Google shopping.